And this is vintage from the 1960s. You can kind of see it getting dirty already. Rabbit felt, stone color, starting to become a little bit brown color. What happens is it's a suction. Ooh, I don't know why I'm touching it. It's hot. So you've been accumulating a lot of new clothes. You bought some nice vintage OG 507s. You bought some nice reproduction OG 107 pants. Linen shirts, right? This is linen, very flowy. And these things, they're quite durable. But a lot of the time when it comes to new materials, especially as maybe someone that's coming from the raw denim world, raw denim and very cold, maybe you do know how to handle materials like this. But I feel like the vast majority of people, when they start buying new clothes, they start getting new bags, they start getting new things in general, they tend to not necessarily know how to take best care of their garments, how to wash them, what to do if you can't wash a certain thing, because there are certain things you cannot wash. Like these right here, a lot of sneakers, maybe you'll just throw into the washer, right? But when it comes to a pair of moccasins with sheepskin in there, you're not going to throw these into no gosh darn washer, I'll tell you that. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to go over different types of clothing and what best to do when you want to take care of them and have it last as long as possible. There are certain methods and certain techniques that will prolong the life of your garments, but only if you care enough to think about them. So when it comes to natural materials like cottons, linens like this, synthetics, this is mixed with synthetics, 50% polyester, 50% cotton. All you really need to do is throw it into a washer in a cold cycle. I always use cold delicate because you don't really need to have an aggressive kind of washing with a lot of this stuff, especially, you know, like these kind of military pants and linen shirts and stuff like that. There's gonna be like some sweat or something, right? Like if there's anything caked on there, then sure, I guess you can use a more aggressive wash, but in general, use delicate cycles for the most part. Stuff like jackets, you don't want to wash quite as often, even if they are 100% cotton, purely because they don't need to be, right? They're not directly against your skin. Things that are directly against your skin are the things that need to be washed the most and taken care of in that sense. But when it comes to jackets, I would say don't wash the vast majority of jackets most of the time until they actually start, like maybe they're getting real dirty or they actually start stinking or something, in which case do the same thing. You can just turn this inside out, button it up, and put it into a cold delicate cycle, and you go outside or inside. You don't have to do it outside, and do it out of direct sunlight, and you line dry things, or you lay them flat, right? If they're heavy items, lay them flat. Don't hang them up so that they get stretched out on the shoulders or around the waistbands and stuff like that. Like this M65 jacket, I did exactly that. I washed it cold, gentle cycle wash in a cold delicate cycle, and this is vintage from the 1960s. So this is 1960s, maybe early 1970s. I forgot. I did a video on this, and this turned out really well. And I mean, when it comes to washing, like turning out really well, I mean, it's washing. It's like this is not a deep concept that I'm making here, and I'm sure you understand that if you're watching this far into the video. But I do like to mention the cold delicate stuff because I feel like that cycle is basically the best way of hand washing, right? It's almost like a hand wash. And of course you can just hand wash as well, but in my mind, like, I like a little bit of efficiency, and I don't really want to sit there kneading something and like having it soak, and it doesn't clean it as well as a washer will. Trust me, if you're hand washing, well, it depends. If you're actually really good using your hands, it'll clean it just fine. But if you're a little bit lazy, then you probably want to use things like washers, less so dryers. Don't use the dryer quite as often with things. That's really going to beat things up, really going to shrink materials. And again, I keep emphasizing the cold wash, not warm, not hot, cold. Ooh, oh yes, look at this. We have the FEPPO Vacuum Steamer for clothes. I actually didn't think I was going to accept this. I got it for free for purpose of review, and I was like, I don't know if that would be suitable for my channel, but then I thought about it for like 3 seconds and I realized a vacuum steamer for clothes, it cleans, it vacuums, and it also steams. And I own a lot of clothes, so it's like, why would that not be a good, suitable device for my channel? Let's get this thing open and check it out. 2000 PA powerful suction, fast heat up, 180 milliliter large tank, dry iron and steam iron, 2 adjustable steam settings. Look what we have here. Model AJ2251. This is made in China, of course. Much electronics are, just like the iPhone I'm recording on is made in China. FEPPO Vacuum Steamer for clothes. Let's get that bad boy open, shall we? Got the cord and the device. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks quality, doesn't it? FEPPO. Comes with the little measured cup here, so you can put water into this tank. The bottom, the base, oh wow, that looks nice. Very clean looking. And as well, here are the warnings. What does it say? 10 to 120 volt regions. Yep, US, Canada, Japan, Mexico, because it is this type of cord, 110 volt. Wait for heat up. Let the steamer fully heat up before using steam. The sole plate is very hot. Do not touch it during use. Unplug to refill. Always unplug this before adding water. Use distilled water for best results, because distilled water won't leave mineral residue and stuff in here, especially if you live in a region with hard water. If you're putting hard water into devices like this, any kind of device that uses water, then it will start to like clog up in certain spots, especially the tighter spots where the steam would come out of and stuff like that, right? Oh, and here's the screen. I didn't even look at that. Look at that. Let's take this off of here. Really nice. This is a touch screen. I forgot that was a thing. Usually when you get sent stuff for review, they expect that you're going to give your own opinion, and that's exactly what we're doing here. We're going to fill it up and get it put to use, as well as check out the instructions just real quick. And here's their socials as well if you want to check them out. Is decent. The packaging is decent. Here we have the instructions with precautions, and you know, not too difficult to understand. Quite plain English, nice large text, and this is not a large instruction manual. Yeah, this comes off super easily. Has a nice plug here so that it stays watertight, and you would fill it in from here, I believe. Yeah, so you pop that off, and then you use the little cup with some water in there to fill that in. Very simple, but very nice. As well as this plate here, this is what would get very hot, is this right here. Okay, so it's plugged in. Turn it on. It is a touch screen. That's kind of cool. And it's preheating now, so it takes about 30 seconds to preheat. And when it comes to the vacuum part of it, there's of course like no dust bin or anything. What happens is it's a suction. Ooh, I don't know why I'm touching it. It's hot. But yeah, it's like a suction, right? So it sucks in the material, and yeah, it will take some debris, and probably like the dog fur and stuff like that will end up being on here, and you just wipe it off real quick, right? But the suction, the purpose of the suction is that you can use one hand with this device, so that if you're using something like this, my linen shirt, who that dog I just showed kind of tore up at the bottom. These things always get super wrinkly because it is linen, and this thing will work for linens, silks, wools, you name it. Let's see if it has been heated. Yeah, it is heated now. You can see it. It's flashing on my camera, but in real life it's not. Those lights aren't flashing. As you can see, the back of this linen shirt is super wrinkled. Let's use this FEPPO device to steam it up. And also suction. Ooh, the suction makes it quite a bit louder. Okay, let's turn the suction off. And here's the water level as well. Doing this, you should probably do it slower than I was doing it. Kind of, you know, let it seep into the material and heat it up with this plate that you see right there, ceramic coated plate, and you kind of lightly steam it And it's probably not coming through in the camera too well, but I see this steam going through the linen shirt. But yeah, now you can see it's really starting to not be so wrinkled. And it's not just about wrinkling as well. You can clean things because the steam is very hot, right? It's very hot steam. So you can clean utilizing this without going to a dry cleaner so often. Check out my affiliate link in the description for this device. I did get this for free, but really handy. I'm going to use this thing a lot, and it is ceramic on the front, so this is quite high quality. It gets super hot, and the fan is a little bit on the loud side, but what do you expect with a vacuum? As well, if your fur felt hats need a refreshing, you can also use the FEPPO steamer to steam the hat a bit so that you can clean it. I mean, this one doesn't need too much refreshing. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to set it down this way, even though you shouldn't really do that too often. And certainly when you're steaming it, you probably shouldn't be putting it on the brim. You can steam it to refresh these things, and if they're a little bit misshapen, this will be very helpful to use, is this FEPPO vacuum steamer. The vacuum part of it probably isn't going to help too much, but the steamer part will help a lot.